Goodnight Lost Souls, my name is Abiotic Banshee, and welcome back to Aneurism 4. Our lovely city ran by the Cortex. Today we'll be looking at the role of the Liquidator. Now the Liquidator is essentially the janitor of Aneurism 4. Their job is to repair broken machines, clean up any rot that they find within the city, disposing of corpses, and keeping the place running with biofuel inside of the generators. Now, while all of this seems like a bunch of different tasks that'll have you running around a lot of times you'll find that on populated servers that have a lot going on, you'll find no shortage of things to do. And this puts you relatively within the action, so this role is usually not too boring to pick up and play. Definitely beats playing Prol, and definitely beats, as far as I'm concerned, but it definitely beats being a cop. But that's just my personal opinion. Cop's fully fun in its own right with many different ways to play the Cortex roles, but right now we'll still be finishing up doing all of our neutral roles within the game. Just double checking all the machines on this side, making sure that they're all repaired. Now, as far as Liquidator is concerned, you're going to be fighting these scum a lot of the time as your... Oh, there's just laundry. Sorry. As your goals are directly opposed to all of the scum roles. And oftentimes the Cortex will treat you friendly. They will try to protect you, usually. Just like any of the other neutral roles most of the time. Ooh, hang on. I see something up there. Probably a good time to lead into what this little silhouette up here is. So this silhouette right here is a Sanitar. Yeah. So essentially, this is the I wouldn't say upgraded version of a Liquidator. It's kind of the same idea as a Liquidator, except they have a few more bits and bobs to them. They do a little bit better at repairing, I believe, and they've got some additional goals. If we manage to work up the other 3 Amenosites, I will go ahead and cover that kind of in the same video here. But essentially, I've already told you everything you need to know. In order to repair anything you find, such as cameras, such as vending machines, terminals, all of that good stuff, you will need these little repair kits. You spawn with 2 small ones to begin with, but you can make more at workbenches. Another reason that you should continue to keep looking around and continue to keep trying to find more metal and things like that. Try to take a couple every now and again from the lines that are working. Now, looking around, this place doesn't have much rot. If you need any help as a Liquidator, you can always come up to these neurostabilizers and check and see how much rot is remaining. There's actually 24% rot, which means there's a great deal of it. Actually, got some right here around the corner. Now, we need to be careful because a lot of time that you see rot, you're also going to find scum nearby. But we're going to go ahead and do our best to get rid of this. You get 1 Amenosite, roughly, per rot. It's not a great way, but we're up to 8. Actually, for some reason, I didn't get one for either of those. That's okay, though. Gonna wander down here and take a look. We are getting kind of off the beaten path. We're kind of down to where the scum like to come out from these different doors. So I'm gonna be a little... Ooh, shit. I'm just getting bodies. God. Okay. So when fights break out like this, we don't really want to get involved too much, but we can make some quick cash by grabbing these bodies and hauling them back to a incinerator. There's one right around the corner here inside the infirmary. You can find an incinerator in every infirmary across the map. See? And we've gotten 2 of our objectives done already. Now, I am going to wander back the same place I came, and I'm going to take out... Yeah, make sure my incinerator is out. Ooh, he has some repair kits on him, which is quite nice. I want to loot these bodies, and I want to take them back. The repair kits are extremely nice. I'll probably go ahead and put a few of those away in my locker. When you have too many of them on you, it is a good idea to put them away, because like I said, you're not the safest role on planet Earth. There is much more danger that you can get in by simply wandering into the middle of a gunfight like I did. So we're going to go ahead and head downstairs here to a locker that's the nearest one that I know of. Also going to just search these dumpsters right quick. Alright. Getting pretty unlucky with the dumpsters, not a whole lot. I think I'm going to take a walk down to the dock and see if there's any rot down there. We haven't been there just yet. I'm going to go ahead and put all those away. I'm going to go ahead and put away this pipe, all this stuff. Pipes are always good if you ever do find pipes and you have no need for them right now. I highly recommend putting pipes away, as you can use them when you become prol again to quickly, more quickly, get back out of prol and back onto a different role if you so choose. It allows you to go ahead and go do mining. You don't need a pickaxe to mine. You can do it with a pipe, just slower. And using a pipe will allow you to get that piece of metal that you need in order to get a pickaxe to speed up your work. It's another thing you should definitely put away in your thing here. Okay, sorry. Double checking. Sorry, I couldn't tell if those footsteps were mine or somebody else's. It started to freak me out a little bit. Not gonna lie. Alright. Looks to be a couple people fishing, but no rot down here. We'll just continue to patrol around the city. Might run back towards where that gunfight happened, just in case. One thing you can take a look at before deciding whether or not you'd like to be... How's it going? Alright. One thing that you can decide, essentially, before you decide to play Lquidator, take a look at the server, see how well the Cortex is doing against the Scum. Because if the Cortex are doing too badly, then you can play Lquidator, and you can try to help them out with your flamethrower. It can also result in plenty of bodies that need to be disposed of, plenty of rot that needs to be disposed of. So there's a player spawning in there, I believe. If the Cortex have a good hand on things, oftentimes you'll find yourself with not a whole lot to do as a Lquidator. Like I said, simply because without the Scum around, without them doing their objectives, you're not exactly getting to see the rot spread and getting to contain it. Now, on this server earlier, there was some action down towards the other civil center, the one that I have marked that way. So I'm going to wander on back there, but I also need to check these back alleys just in case. A lot of time the rot spreads throughout here, and not a lot of people come back here to check. I can check this neurostabilizer while I'm here as well. We have fought it back, still at 25% and rising. That's definitely concerning. You know where any rot is, man? We got 25%. Okay. This man is cosplaying a Team Fortress 2 pyro. I respect the hustle. At the same time, you're fucking useless, but I appreciate you. Alright. As far as just a comment while we are looking around, those TVs right there are another thing that the Scum can break. The TVs, the speakers, the cameras. I'm trying to think of what all falls within this area. I think they can break anything essentially that you can use as a prol, like the ration screens, the little robots that give you your rations, the ones you get paid from. All of those can be smashed by the Scum, and thus need to get repaired. And as far as I can tell, though, the Scum have having a pretty rough time right now. They're not managing to break out and really get a lot done, but I hope that at least you can... The way that I'm explaining things will hopefully make sense when you do have to end up doing these jobs. Oftentimes you can tell something broke, even like these vending machines, you can tell if they're broke if they are spewing out sparks. It's a pretty obvious indicator of what's been roughed up and what needs to be repaired. I'm trying to keep myself relatively safe because wandering away from cops can get you killed pretty quickly. You've noticed we don't have any range, and if we run into somebody with a gun, it can be a really big problem. Unless, of course, you're camping a doorway or something, which is a decent way of fighting if you end up on your own against the scum. But as far as I can see, this server seems to be pretty well taken care of. I was trying to go ahead. I can actually show you one thing you can do. I believe I put away the cancer pods in the locker. I can grab those and show you how to fill a biofuel generator so that there's no confusion around that. I'll go ahead and make my way down here. We'll go up to this locker. We're going to grab out this cancer pod. Now, I do have some contraband you'll see in there. Don't worry about that. That's another thing that you can do if you need to keep some of your loot, or if you need to keep some of your cash for use another time. You can get that contraband, and you can take it to... ooh, I can take that for you.
I got it. I got like a carrot of gold.
Oh, I got you. I was like, you don't get credit, though, for depositing it.
I'm just gonna go grab a knife for light.
Oh, I see. They're going to cut them up. I see. Yeah, that's a thing as well. You have to fight over bodies with doctors, because doctors will want to cut them up for the suspicious meat, and so will the scum. But honestly, once they're a skeleton, it really doesn't make much of a difference. This is a biofuel refinery. It says there's 19 gallons ready. Somebody has been working overtime on this thing. But if you toss in a cancer pot, those work as well. You can put that in there, and it will go up to 20 after a bit of time has passed. You can take, if you have a jerry can, either from the trash cans or from crafting it with some plastic at a workbench, you can come here, fill up a jerry can, and then put it into these generators to keep things like the refinery working. You know, I think I am going to take a walk down towards the mine. I don't know. I've never seen rot grow at the wasteland, but I, don't know everything about this game, but I will be surprised if there is some growing down there after the number of hours I've spent there grinding my life away. Alright. Sorry, I'm just taking a look around. A lot of times rot can spread down there. It's a common place to get neglected by other liquidators and things like that. Alright. That kind of covers all of the jobs that you have as a liquidator. Trying to just remember real quick if there's anything else I can think of. Essentially, though, I'll go ahead and demonstrate this just so you guys can see. If you do end up seeing something like this that's busted, what you'll just need to do is drop a repair kit right next to it. I'll grab this real quick because people might steal it, but you just drop the repair kit like that, swap to your wrench, and then you'll have the if you smack these with a wrench, you'll be able to repair them. I won't do it right now because I will probably be labeled as a criminal. Whoop. Another pipe. I'll go ahead and go put this away, but in the meantime, I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully this guide has been helpful to you, learning how to be a liquidator. I didn't manage to get the stuff. Actually, I did manage to get the stuff to become a Sanitar. Give me just a moment while there's probably going to be a jump cut here, and I will go grab Sanitar and show off that. Alright, boys. Welcome back. I went ahead and grabbed Sanitar. Yeah, here we go. So, essentially, when you play a Sanitar, number one, you can only pick it up from this specific Cortec entrance. I'm going to go ahead and mute my radio here. This specific entrance right here next to the underground into the underground bazaar. This is the only Cortex entrance that has a Sanitar body to possess. It's a weird thing that you kind of have to go to that specific one. Now you can see as well, being Cortex, I can't loot any of the trash cans. We can still need to find dead bodies. We still need to do things that the cops do, essentially. Breaching doors. We need to inspect bodies and see how they died. We need to find contraband and confiscate it. All of these things fall under our job, in addition to the things you've already done, essentially. Because see, you still got your wrench, you've still got your flamethrower, but instead now you also have in the addition a rifle as well as a flashlight, in order to conduct more down nitty gritty stuff with the scum. It's kind of tough, but honestly, Sanitar is a great role. This role is great if you like a jack of all trades and you still want to side with the Cortex. This is a great role. It's just a straight upgrade from Lquidator. Both of them cost 10, so you'll need a total of 20 if you're trying to go all the way to Sanitar. Ooh. Evening, Duck. We'll go ahead and fight the rot back here again. Good. Okay. All of this seems to be taken care of. I'll try. I want to... Ooh. Seeing that limit pop up there for just a second concerned me. Okay. Hang on, you want to give me... Just want to inspect that real quick. They were killed by an inexperienced eraser. Okay. So 5751. Why'd you kill him, 5751? Just curious.
He asked, he said he had to wear it one of the respawn.
Ah, fair enough. Appreciate it. Alright, so that's normally the kind of interactions you'll end up doing a lot as a Sanitar. Going through, cleaning up these... Oh.
I don't think I have a sharp weapon.
Neither do I. They're trying to get the suspicious meat off of him before he goes. You'll find a lot of cops stuff doing that as well. If you find bodies that die of natural causes or die due to a crime that is not directly related to you, then you can take the bodies and use them as suspicious meat. It's one of the few ways you can get it without being shady as hell. Oh, that's gonna be unfortunate. That is wartime, which means it's time for me to piece the fuck out of here and go keep an eye on some people. I appreciate you guys for viewing. If you haven't dropped a subscription, please do. Very much appreciated. I will catch you guys in the next video. And of course, guys, take it easy.